Hey everybody, this is Summer with Done Naturally and welcome. Today we will be talking about the breastfed baby and scale error. This is something I impress on most of my families that is very important because in the first week after delivery, we are weighing the baby several times and often on many different scales. And unfortunately, that can accidentally lead a mother to a path that she didn't want to go because possibly that scale is reading the baby's weight inaccurately. So in the first week after delivery, the baby is weighed at birth, either at the hospital, the birth center, or at home. In the hospital, they're weighed again when they're moved over to the postpartum unit. They're weighed again before discharge. And the postpartum and the discharge weight are one scale, and after delivery is a different scale. So already right there, we have two different scales. When you go to the doctor for the first time, the baby is weighed, and that's a couple of days after you've left the hospital. That's now a third scale that we've weighed the baby on. So we have a lot of variability, and we don't have a lot of constant there. What we need is lots of constant, with the exception of being only the baby and their weight. You want the baby weighed undressed. You want the baby to be weighed on the same scale several times before you trust a scale. A lot of times mothers can go to that first visit at the doctor and the baby is weighed, and there might be concern about that particular weight because they're comparing it to the other weights that were on other scales. And there might be suggestions of supplementation, whether that's express breast milk or formula or a different set of routine for you and the baby than what you've been doing. And that may be completely unnecessary because of a scale error. And on the flip side of that, we could have a baby that's weighed and we are given false support of the baby doing really well when actually the baby's not doing well. So all of you need to know that scale error is a real thing. And we all know this because when you go to the doctor, when you step on the scale at home, when you step on the scale at the gym, you haven't suddenly lost 5 pounds or gained 5 pounds since driving from home to the gym. We all know that. Well, we need to know that with babies too. And we're looking at minutia with these babies. We're looking at ounces and grams. So just the littlest tiny thing can set someone into fear mode. So we need to make sure that we are weighing on the same scale in the same way, and the baby is the only variable. All of you, in the first week after delivery, babies lose weight, usually 7 to 10% of their birth weight. And that usually happens around day 4, 5, or 6 when they reach their lowest weight. When the mother's milk comes in, then baby starts to gain weight. If everything is going well, latches well and all of that, the baby starts to gain. We know this when the baby's stools turn yellow. Once that happens, we know the mother's milk is in and baby's starting to gain weight. That usually happens by at least day 4 or 5. We expect them to climb back up to their birth weight where they started by about 10 days to 2 weeks. So baby has some time to get back up there. Meanwhile, we need to make sure we're weighing on the same scale before we make a very large decision that's going to change breastfeeding or introduce supplementation or change the routine, anything. Don't make a change before you know that. If you go to the doctor and there's concern with that first weight, I urge you to take very good look at their pees and poops. Give it 24 hours. Discuss this with your physician. 24 hours will be okay. Give it 24 hours. Weigh the baby again at the doctor's office on the very same scale with no other variables. And then you'll know a lot more about what's going on. And you'll be able to make an accurate decision, as will the physician, as to how to move forward. 24 hours is an okay amount of time. I know it feels like a long time, especially when we might be struggling, but babies don't just do poorly in 24 hours. Everybody has 24 hours to kind of square things away. So I urge you to do that. And everyone, hopefully by the end of this, you understand that scale error is a big deal. And we need to understand what we're really looking at before we make big decisions. So I hope that helped you. And I hope you can share this with your friends, and we'll have less people that move on to the wrong path or the path they didn't want just from one scale error. That's all. I hope you guys have a great day. If you like my video, go ahead and click like, and definitely subscribe if you like my stuff, because there's a lot more. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.